Hey everyone, Cinephile Mike here. We are in season 4 of award season reviews. We're counting down to the 98th Oscars with 98 reviews in 98 days. Quick reminder before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single day of award season reviews, or else you never know. The thing might just come knocking at your door. We're moving right along with our 4th theme week, the rest of the Critics' Choice. Mostly, I'm hitting 7 films that are in contention for those awards coming up in a few days on January 4th. And for the next 2 days, I am looking at a pair of superhero films, one from each universe. First up, Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four: First Steps. Based on the characters by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the film was written by Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, and Ian Springer, with additional story content from Kat Wood, and the film was directed by Matt Shakman. Released in July of 2025, the film was the second and last Marvel film of this year. What is it about? Well, this time we are set on Earth 828 in an alternate 1960s. Fantastic Four: First Steps drops us into a world where Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, Sue Storm, played by Vanessa Kirby, Ben Grimm, played by Ebon Moss-Bachrach, and Johnny Storm, played by Joseph Quinn, are already global icons. 4 years after a cosmic accident transformed them, the Fantastic Four have become more than superheroes. They are celebrities, they are diplomats, they are symbols of progress. Reed's technological breakthroughs, Sue's work with the Future Foundation have helped usher in this rare era of global stability, while the team balances saving the world while, building a life together. Now that balance is quietly shifted when Reed and Sue share some news that, reframes their future in deeply personal ways. And then that sense of optimism is abruptly challenged when a mysterious cosmic messenger, Shalabal, the Silver Surfer, played by Julia Garner, arrives with a warning that redefines the stakes entirely. Faced with a threat that exists far beyond Earth's atmosphere, and even further beyond human comprehension, the Fantastic Four are forced back into space, confronting the limits of everyone on the team. What they discover is not a traditional villain, but a force of nature. One that raises impossible questions about sacrifice, responsibility, and who gets to decide the fate of a planet. Back on Earth, those questions ripple outward, transforming public admiration into fear and debate. As tensions rise and the clock ticks down, the Fantastic Four must navigate not only a looming cosmic disaster, but a crisis of trust at home. Their solution is ambitious, risky, and rooted in the belief that humanity is worth saving without compromise. First Steps frames its conflict less as a battle to be won and more as a moral stand. One that defines what this family represents and what kind of heroes they choose to be. The casting here is genuinely excellent, and the chemistry between the 4 leads is felt almost immediately. Vanessa Kirby, for me, is the clear standout, grounding the film emotionally and anchoring it as a family story rather than a traditional, superhero spectacle. Thunderbolts kind of did the same thing with the family feel, so it's nice that this was a kind of different take for Marvel films this year. The script wisely centers Sue Storm as both the moral compass and a connective force, making this film feel even a little more intimate, even as these stakes are growing on these crazy cosmic levels. That focus on family, on partnership, parenthood, trust is what ultimately gives First Steps the emotional weight. Joseph Quinn's Johnny Storm is another welcome surprise. Rather than leaning into that, familiar playboy archetype, the film gives Johnny room to be thoughtful, curious, and genuinely useful to the team and the story. Julia Garner's introduction as Shalabal brings an added layer of complexity, offering a subplot that deepens the film's themes without feeling tacked on. And perhaps, thank you, one of the smartest choices overall is how the film handles its setup. Just like they did in Spider-Man Homecoming, it skips a full origin retread, we don't need it, delivers just a brisk monologue, before we get confidently dropped. We have this already established world, we know who our heroes are, let's get into the world. Behind the camera, Matt Shakman proves to be an inspired choice. His experience on the MCU's WandaVision shows in how he balances character dynamics with heightened genre storytelling. And that sensibility fits the Fantastic Four remarkably well, this sitcom world. Kazra Farahani's production design is a standout, crafting a retro-futuristic world that feels like a comic book come to life. Clean, playful, and rich with detail. Alexandra Byrne's costumes echo that same philosophy. They are sleek and functional rather than showy. In the casting, while some of the supporting players feel a little underutilized, Fantastic Four First Steps ultimately feels like a really nice, confident, tonal, almost reset for the MCU. One that prioritizes clarity, charm, and humanity over sheer excess. So if this is the future of Earth 828 and this is the way we're going, I mean, we have a Spider-Man and Avengers film next year, so I'm not sure. But with this new world and direction, I'm happy to spend time in it. Now, let's talk box office and awards. After its theatrical run this summer, the Fantastic Four First Steps made $274,286,610 domestically and $247,572,118 internationally, for a worldwide take of $521,858,728. Critically, the film, as of this recording and posting, sits with an 86% on the tomato meter with 402 critic reviews and a 90% on the popcorn meter with over 10,000 audience reviews. Award season-wise, for the Critics' Choice Awards, to my delight, the film is nominated for Best Production Design, not normally a category for superhero or comic films, so worthy of the nod. It is a Best Action or Science Fiction Feature nominee at the Astro Awards, and the film has over a dozen other nods across film festivals and critic circles for categories such as Michael Giacchino's score, the production design again, and the visual and special effects. As for Oscar chances, sadly, I will say none. While I would love to see the production design, I don't think it's going to make it. Films of this ilk are usually in the visual effects and sound categories, but First Steps did not make either shortlist for the Oscars. Could the stunt work pop up at the Actor Awards, formerly known as the SAG? Possibly. So where do I land for this one? Well, 1 star for each team member. Fantastic Four First Steps is a 4-star film for me. And if you want to watch or give it a rewatch, head over to Disney+. All right, there we have it. Thank you all for joining me for episode 26 of Award Season Review Season 4. We're going to be doing this every day for the next 72 days, so stay with me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me everywhere on social platforms, on Letterboxd, and of course, head over to cinephilemike.com for lots of great movie goodies, including the Where Can I Watch It spreadsheet, so you can see how to watch all the films nominated this year. All right. I'll be back tomorrow with the next review, but until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.